When I was 16, my whole world was turned upside down. I made one of the most horrific decisions in my life, and it cost me. I was charged with first-degree murder, armed robbery with a firearm, and sentenced to 2 natural life terms in prison without the possibility of parole. And I've served 31 years in prison. And my life has been a disaster. What's up, y'all? This JD. Yeah, I'm back in my regular old cab, you know. I know it look a little bit of dreary, but it's me. This is what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? This is what I want y'all to see so y'all don't get used to. Okay, but anyway, before I even get this thing started, man, please like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into motion. Check this out. Today on Redeemed Kings, we're going to talk about something that I haven't talked about before. And it's kind of not in my past, but definitely in my future. And this situation was one of the most scariest things that has happened to me in a long time. I'm talking about, more scary than a dude running into me in my cell with a knife. It was more scary than that. And it was learning how to drive. Now, other episodes, y'all see me in my car. I'm cruising, I'm riding, I'm laid back in that little boy. You feel me? Boy, it wasn't like that always. I had to learn how to get on this road, and these people out here is driving crazy in this new society that, it's like a revelation to me. I'd be like an old lady on my wheel, like this. Everywhere I go, but I gotta get there, because the brother gotta get paid. Those of us out here know what I'm talking about, and those of you that are incarcerated right now know what I'm talking about too. But me, I was 16 when I got locked up, baby. I really didn't understand all of this here, but sometimes that's the life that we're dealt. We can't do nothing about that, but make the best conscious decisions that we can make every day. This episode here is going to be about making conscious decisions every day, because your decisions matter. Everything you do matter. You're an individual, a part of the whole, but you're an individual, and that means something. When I was in prison in ACI, 17 years old, fresh off the bus, in one of the worst camps in the state of Florida, my decisions mattered. And in the beginning, y'all, at 17 years old, I didn't make no good decisions. No good decisions at all. And people look at me and they be like, man, this dude here, he kind of buff. Yeah, I got to get buff. When I first came to ACI, everybody was buff. Everybody was 6'6", 250, muscles, no fat. Here come my little scrawny tail in there at 17 thinking I'm going to move or do something. Nah, that wasn't happening. Them dudes had me running all over the pound, and I was running too. But I enjoyed it because I was legit. That's what I was into. I was into scrapping and doing, fighting and doing this here. But check this out. This was going to trip y'all out, though, about how JD got this size on him. Listen, a dude named F out of Miami, it's my dog. He looked at me one day and he was like, Jit, you need to learn how to eat. And man, he taught me how to eat. I went to eat all kind of stuff. I mean, rice, beans, beef, anything that he put in front of me, I eat. And then we'll walk down to work weight pile. And we'll get it in. And man, after a while, man, listen, I started getting to where it was unbelievable. I started getting big. I guess you could say it was genes. You can say what you want to say it is, blow up, whatever you want to say. That's what it was. And I got big in it. And one time, my decisions got the best of me because I was in a weight pile, and it was a bunch of huge dudes in this weight pile, and they had a competition going on. Who can lift the most weight? So, I'm looking around, seeing who, might fit my type of judgment, that I can go against. And I seen this dude, man, this dude was about 6'5", man. He was huge. But I seen him strain a little bit one time when we was in the weight pile before. So I'm like, man, this dude here, he ain't gonna be able to beat me right here because I'm right here. It's gonna be neck and neck, but I bet on that. So when they went to put their bets up, I was like, man, what's up? Let me get in that. And they were like, man, go ahead, old jit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no part of this here, man. You gonna lose your money. So I was like, man, listen, it's my money, baby. Let me put it down. So they were like, oh, he wanna have some hard, huh? We should take that. Now they could have took it. Because all of it was humongous. I wouldn't have been able to stop none of them. But dude, let me get in. So he told me who I wanted to match up with. And I said, I want to match up with homie right here. So homie got pissed. Man, you want to trap me? You think I'm soft and all this other stuff? I'm like, nah, man, I just, I want to match up with you. I mean, you scared? So dude was like, nah, I ain't scared. Let's go. So we get up under the weight. He get up under the weight first. He pushed it off his chest. It's like when we start off at 315. He pushed it off his chest. And then he did it 5 reps. That's what I did. I took it, pushed it down on my chest, put it back up, and put it back up. Because that's all required of me. I ain't got to do 5 reps of 315. I'm doing 1. So the next go round, he go up to 355. I'm like, okay, so he jumping like that. So he get up there, he rep it 5 times, put it back up. Guess what I do? I do it once. Now everybody like, oh, just staying with you. So when he get to like 385, he ain't trying to do 5 reps. He going at 1, right? So he bring that thing down, bling, put him up. Guess what I do? This is nothing to me. Because me and Big Amp do this here every other day. This is easy for me. I'm doing rep going up. So, we get to where this dude get tired of me following him. So he jumped from 385 to 415. Now check this out, y'all. I'm about 18 at the time now. And they don't think no 18-year-old should be lifting this much weight. But I am. And man, dude get up under the weight. He hit it, bam. It jump up like this here. And it start going down. And man, he actually put this thing up, tried to put it up at least, and man, the thing said they had to catch the weight on the dude. So they tell me, they said, Jit is on you. They said, boy, if you can put this up, you whoop him, you get the money. So I'm like, okay, I got to get this. Is me. But check this out, y'all. This is my max. This is, no. This is 5 pounds over my max. So I'm like, man, can I really get this here? So, man, I get it on my chest. I hit that boy. Bam. When I get it up, this side. So this is what I do, y'all. I'm going to be slick. I put this up, put this in a rack, and then use all the power I have. I'm talking about sliding off the bench and everything to get this thing up and put it up there. I won. I got the money. But guess what? My decision to challenge this dude got me a real fade. I'm talking about with a killer. This dude didn't like that I whooped him. He thought that, that was a fluke that I outbenched him. He wanted to fight. And I'm like, man, I don't want to fight this big. This dude's 6'5". This dude got all these muscles. But I'm strong too. What? You think JD a weakly? No. Absolutely not. But I'm going to tell you what I did do, though. I went and got my Brogaines, tied the shoestrings up to my wrists, wrapped them up like this here, and I hold them, boys. with the cuffs, so the back should be like this here. And man, when dude said something to me, I hit him. He couldn't believe it, man. I hit that boy so hard with that bro ran, wrapped in my shoe, wrapped in my fence. You know, that was the end of the fight. Man, I would have taken off on dude, man. The police came, broke it up, and all this other stuff. You know, I don't want to talk about the rest, but the moral of the story is we got to pay attention to our decisions, because our decisions dictate the future that we gonna have, y'all. We trying to redeem things. We ain't trying to let them fall and slip away. See, prison got a way of bringing everything into perspective. See, out here in society, there's hope. And I believe there's hope in prison, but I'm gonna tell you something, man. Doubt is drowning out the hope. Yeah, doubt is drowning out the hope in prison. Because it's a lot of dudes who's going to prison with 10, 15, 20 years and think their life is over. But little do they know that in the next 10 minutes, your life can be over. While you riding down the road, while you eating a chicken bone, your life can be over. Hey, that's just reality. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like that terminology or, you know, the outlook of that. That's what it is. You know, and it's a lot of dudes in prison that can't understand that. They can't see past it. Man, I had a partner, white dude. I mean, this dude was a good dude. You know, I like saying that. This dude was a good dude, though. He was a good dude, but he told me he was ready to die. I said, you ready to die? I don't know if I told this story before, but this is what it was. Dude said, man, he ready to die. My partner took a pencil, stuck it on the table, and took his head and tried to ram the pencil into his brain. He survived. The next time I saw him again, I think it was like 5, 6 years later, he told me what happened. And he said, man, they trying to stop me from doing it, but I'm gonna do it. And about 3 years later, I hear word from another inmate that he had took a sheet and put it around his neck, twist his head, twist it, until he was choking himself. And then when he felt like, okay, I'm finna die, he tried to spin out of it, but he couldn't spin out quick enough, and he died in his sheets. See, it's a lot of people that's in prison that don't have any hope. And guess what, y'all? It's a lot of people out here that don't got no hope. Don't get it twisted. Just because people got fancy cars, big houses, beautiful wives, and all these different things, you know, don't mean they're happy. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean that everything is together. You know what I'm saying? It's an enemy behind the scenes that's at all of us. And only the strong survive. And you got to know how to survive, baby. You got to know what it takes to grab what's yours. And in prison, I had to grab what was mine. Yeah, I had to take what was mine. It's been instances, excuse me, in prison where I had to go far and above necessary. We finna break off, y'all.